All right, guys, welcome back to Swap Speculation, where we discuss, break down, and analyze anything with the word trade. As always, I'm your host, Tyler A. Gates. We're going to break this down. We have an MLB trade here. Of course, it is the off season if you have not been paying attention. There's been a lot of things in baseball to happen. Yes, a lot of things. And, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say I've never been more entertained by an off season of Major League Baseball more than I've been intrigued by this offseason this year. I mean, it's been paramount. But this trade right here is definitely one that you have to talk about. I understand it's not going to wow anybody. I understand that it's not going to break the internet. I understand that it may not have that big of an impact. But when we are discussing these three teams and some of the players that are in this trade, they're going to have some sort of impact on their new teams. The Tampa Bay Rays, Los Angeles Angels, and Cincinnati Reds all agreed to a trade yesterday. In this trade, obviously the headliner is Josh Lowe. For those of you who don't know, Josh Lowe, former Rays, now Los Angeles Angels outfielder. Josh Lowe came up through the Rays system, developed hitter, well-developed hitter. We fully understood his worth. We understood that he wasn't going to hit home runs, but he could strike out a lot. But in the big moments, he could come through sometimes. He could come through. A left-handed bat with a multitude of ways to kill you and can play multiple outfield spots on defense. The Rays got in this situation. The Tampa Bay Rays got Gavin Lux and right-handed pitcher Chris Clark. Now, Cincinnati, yes, you needed to get off Gavin Lux. You need to get off his contract. You need to get off Gavin Lux completely because your future lies not only in Elly De La Cruz, which we know, but you have Noelvi Marte, who served that 80-game suspension, and he's coming off of that, right? Did not play really at all last year due to that 80-game suspension, but he is the third baseman of the future, of course, with Matt LeClain playing second base, Spencer Steer and Encarnacion Strand still splitting that first baseman spot. I don't know if Reese Hines is going to be somebody that you look forward to in the future as well. Austin Hendricks, you need to go ahead and trade him. You drafted him top 10, didn't do anything with him. He should have been up by now. But that's another conversation for another day. I like that addition for the Rays. You talk about a team that wants to go young and build around Junior Caminero, but they want to match his age. And Gavin Lux does that. A former top prospect, a former top 2 prospect at that for the Los Angeles Dodgers, then Cincinnati Reds, and now of the Tampa Bay Rays, where he's an established hitter. He's been in the major league for a couple of years now, still young, still fairly young. Entering his prime a little bit, we understand that he's more of a defensive player, more in the field than he is a hitter. But Gavin Lux will kill you. Gavin Lux will scorch you. It has been proven before. And the Reds, they got back Brock Birch, just a bullpen piece. They need somebody to fill in that bullpen. Obviously, they lost TJ Antone. That was the biggest name that they lost last year. They also traded Diaz away to the Dodgers. So a lot of moving pieces for the Cincinnati Reds and that organization as they continue to build around Elly De La Cruz and try to get to the playoffs, as they tried last year in a late push but did not get there. They were in the rumors, or the sweepstakes rather, for a possible reunion with Eugenio Suarez. That didn't happen. We saw what happened with him. But this is not a blockbuster trade. This is not an Ohtani or Harper. This is not a Trey Turner magnitude type of deal here. This is not even a Kyle Tucker type of deal. This is not even a Juan Soto type of deal. It's just a depth trade. But I'm going to break it down from the Angels side. Josh Lowe to the Angels. This is the projected everyday hitter now, understandably so. You have Joe Adell. I don't think you should trade him, but he's in trade rumors almost every year. Obviously, Mike Trout, the franchise player, one of the greatest MLB players of all time, going to be a mainstay there. He's not leaving anytime soon. And yes, he can still hit. May not be all the way in his prime, but he can still hit, still play defense. Want to try to get to the playoffs with him this year. And this move right here gives you everything that you need. It gives you speed and power upside. He's a right-handed heavy hitter. He hits only really right-handed pitchers, but last year was a career year for him in the worst way, right? He battled injuries. He was slow. I do remember seeing him striking out a lot when I watched Rays games whenever they went up against the Braves last year. And the Angels have got to fix that. They got to fix that. But if it's one thing about the Angels that I know, they are a hitting factory. I mean, look at them. But they desperately need consistency, and hopefully Josh Lowe can bring that to them. If Lowe stays healthy and he hits close to his 2023 form, which I thought was fantastic, this looks genius on the part of the Los Angeles Angels, not so much Tampa Bay Rays. But that's on the front office too. It's on the front office. This move obviously upgrades their outfield help. Does not solve their lineup problems, but it gives them consistency, young and consistency. So Gavin Lux for the Tampa Bay Rays, I've already went into really Julian Caminero, Gavin Lux. Carson Williams will be up. I will guarantee you that he will be up sometime this year. Chandler Simpson, a great addition for them, and has been. He played well last season. He played great last season. The Tampa Bay Rays have so many promising prospects, promising people. Yes, we understand that Shane Baz is gone, but how are you going to capitalize off of that now that Shane Baz is gone? How are you going to get more depth in the absence of a Shane Baz? But that is the pitching side. Gavin Lux adds to the hitting. He adds to a young nucleus. Yes, he's 28 years old, but he can still be that young vet. He can still play alongside Caminero and Carson Williams. He can still play alongside whoever your first baseman is going to be. Yandy Diaz is still there, but he's definitely should get shipped out if you want to go even younger, get some more depth there. But the narrative angle here that a lot of people are going to look at is that, the Rays are traditional. You know, they flip players before their arbitration. If they do it every 4 years, that's true. That's what the Rays are known to do. They're known to trade players before their arbitration is. I mean, look, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow. That's just to name a few. Former Dodgers first round pick, can play multiple infield spots, even in the outfield. Struggled last season. Was bouncing around a lot, but he struggled last season. But this roster overhaul of sorts, flexibility that the Rays are going to get now, it's what they love. They love versatile players. Look at John Birdie. It's what they love. It's what they love. Joey Wendell, when they went to the World Series, could play any infield spot. It's what they love. They love versatility in the infield. Chris Clark, Harvard graduate, what I have here, might not be MLB ready yet, but definitely gives Tampa some intriguing development in that farm system that they have, led by Carson Williams. Once again, it's a smart move. I want to see what the Rays are going to do entirely, right? I want to see what the Rays are really going to do after free agency is over, because you see what they really have done. Of course, the addition of Cedric Mullins and Steven Matz to fairly good deals. Pete Fairbanks left. So you have, in a sense, once again, I'm going to say a young nucleus. But how does this impact the Rays system? Gavin Lux can be a difference maker, but at what cost? I do think he's going to get flipped next offseason or the offseason after that, if he plays up to his standards, because the Rays love flipping players. For the Rays side of this, Brock Burke, not going to get into too much of him. He's just a prospect, left-handed reliever, proven success. Looking at his stats here, they are pretty pure stats. He's a pure bullpen arm. Nothing sexy, nothing flashy, nothing too much to talk about, but it is necessary. The Reds need arms. Like I just said, TJ Antone and others. Left via trade or free agency, and a reliable lefty to bridge these late innings is needed. Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo can't hold it down by themselves all the time. They can't hold it down by themselves. You need those bullpen arms. Bullpen depth wins games in October. They even win games leading up to October. So, Cincinnati, let's get to it. Smart asset management by the Rays here. For the Angels, they upgraded the outfield and they added a lefty bat, right? But for the Reds, safe to say that I don't really know what they're gonna do. This trade definitely did not go in the Rays the Reds' favor, but nonetheless, I do believe that it was a deal that had to be made. Gavin Lux is gonna star for the Rays. Josh Lowe to get that consistency back, to get that 2023 flow back with the Los Angeles Angels, and Mike Trout is a perfect person for him to work with in order to get his mojo back. Let me know down below what you guys think about this trade. Who is the clear winner of this trade? I think it's the Tampa Bay Rays getting Gavin Lux, somebody to pair with Junior Caminero and Carson Williams when he comes up. Let me know down below what you guys think, and I'm out. Soft speculations.